Hi, and welcome to Live with Joy. Good morning, and welcome to another one of our workouts. I'm going to give it a few moments for everybody to start to find that post, and then we'll talk about what we're going to be doing today. As I said yesterday, all of this week we are going to just be mixing it up. So making sure that by the end of the week, by mixing it up, we have hit all those major muscles of the body. Also increase that heart rate and burn some calories. So mixing it up this week is just incorporating all the different things that we want to make sure that we incorporate this week. And as you start to come on, you will see that today is body weight and core control. And I'm calling it control because that's what we want to make sure that we're doing with the movements today. We want to make sure that we're controlling that. This is not going to be a day of intensity where we're trying to go fast or speed through those movements. We want to really find that control of every movement that we're doing when it comes to the body weight moves and when it comes to the core movements. Now you will see that I'm barefoot. You absolutely do not have to be. We will be doing all grounded work today on that floor, so you're going to want to have that mat, and that's all that you're going to need because we're using our own body to work those body weight moves today and also those core movements. Okay, we'll just warm it up quickly on our feet, just get that movement happening, get those muscles starting to move and those joints, getting that core heated up a little bit, and then we'll be taking it to the floor. But you're gonna wanna have that mat and make sure all of your weights are out of the way of that mat so that you have room to move. But remember today, control is what we want to focus on. Every movement, really thinking about that control through the movement, not speeding through it or trying to find that intensity of the move, but trying to really be very effective with every single movement that we do, thinking about our breath, making sure that we're breathing through it, but really finding that control of the movement, okay? All right, so let's warm it up on our feet, and then we'll start to bring it down to that floor. We have 3 exercises per circuit today, okay? So a couple of them are gonna be body weight, so it's gonna be upper body weight movement, lower body weight movement, and then a focus into the core. So we'll get the upper body, the lower body, and the center. So that's kind of where we're gearing towards our circuits today, okay? All right, so we're gonna warm it up. March it out, right, left. Standing up nice and tall. And again, you do not have to be barefoot. I am. Just so when I'm on that floor, I can feel the ground, I can curl my toes, and I know exactly where I want to be with that movement. Let's heel across. Hold on right here, right and left, right and left. Last 4, nice and easy, especially if you're barefoot. Let's go side to side. Again, we're just trying to move those joints, trying to get those muscles and that core warmed up. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Reach across and tap. Reach. Eight, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Reach it overhead, up. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Back across. Let's reach. Eight more. 8, 4, 3, 2. Hamstring curl. Pull back. Nice and easy. 8 more times. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Knees to the front. Let's pull. You've got 8 more. It's 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Back to the hamstrings. Pull. Reach cross, tap. 4, 3, 2. Reach it overhead, up. 4, 3, 2. Back across. Let's reach. 4, 3, 2, step tuck, little press. 4, 3, 2, heel across, press forward. 4, 3, 2, march it out, stand up tall. 4, keep marching, roll those shoulders back. 4 times. 3, 2, take those legs out wide and hold. Hands on those thighs and hinge forward, flat back. Let's hold and roll it up halfway, stretch that spine. Take that flat back down. Roll it all the way up, allow that head to come up last and roll the shoulders back. All right, watch for our first 3 moves. So remember, we've got upper body movement, lower body movement, and then we've got that core focus. Everything is about control here, okay? So we're gonna lift our legs up and squeeze our glutes. We're gonna take our hands up right here, squeezing and retracting that back, and we're gonna reach forward and pull back for those W reaches. All right, right here. Second exercise, we're gonna come onto the forearms, pop those hips up, and actually, no, we're gonna take a hip drive. So we're coming up here, and we're lowering down, okay? So hip drive up and lower down, okay? If you need to be on the knees, you're right here, okay? So same thing on the knees. Now we're gonna rotate over, straight legs, okay? Fingertips behind the ears. We're gonna lift the shoulders up and one leg, lower down, and then lift that other leg and lower down. If it's too much lifted leg, just give me that crunch, okay? So we're gonna start with those W reaches, and you've got 4 sets of each exercise, 30 seconds each, and you've got 5 seconds to transition, so as quick as you can, okay? But take your time. If you need more time, just take it. You'll have less time in the movement, and that's okay. All right, get onto your belly, lift your legs up, get your arms in position for those reaches, and go. We're on that clock. Upper body movement right here. Squeeze those glutes. You're balancing on that belly, and remember, it's all about control. So look it, I'm not going fast. I'm thinking about the control of that movement. Squeezing my back, squeezing my glutes, balancing on my belly, looking straight down, not up, because you want to keep your neck in alignment with that spine. So think about all those little things you need to do to get your body in that good posture. Get that last one in. Take the hands underneath you, on your knees or on your toes. Hip drive. So we're lifting the hips up, lowering back into that plank. On your knees if you need, on your toes if you can. So you've got that movement coming more through the center and lower part of that body, not the upper body. Arms are staying right in position. No movement in that upper body. That lower body is what's getting that movement right here. And then back down. And again, slow. Now let's rotate over. Fingertips behind the ears. Those legs are straight. I'm going to lift the leg up in front, lower down, and I want to kind of pause there for a moment and lower back down. Think about that control through the center once again. Hold that belly down, contract, and make sure you have that breath to move with you. Roll it over onto that belly. Get those legs up, squeeze the glutes, hands up, squeeze the back, reach forward, pull back, looking straight down at that floor. Think about balancing on that belly right here. Also, those hips will be on the ground, so hips and belly balancing. Chest is lifted, legs are lifted if you can. Back is really squeezing tight. You're getting those arms off the ground as much as you possibly can. As you reach forward and you pull back, take those forearms underneath you, curl the toes under, lift, staying on the knees or on the toes, and hip drive up. Lower back down into that plank position. And again, look, nice and slow and controlled. I want to really control that movement. I want to feel every inch of that movement as I drive those hips up and lower back down into that strong plank, whether you're on the knees or on the toes. Pull that belly up and towards that ceiling. Good, rotate over. Once again, straight legs, fingertips behind the ears. Lift that leg up if you can. As you crunch, you want to pause there for a moment. Really feel that nice strong activation in that center, and then lower down. All about that control of that movement today, guys. Control is what it's about today. And rotating back to that belly. Legs are coming up, squeezing the glutes, arms are coming up, squeezing, retracting the back, looking straight down to that floor, finding that control of that movement, breathing through it. And coming onto those forearms on the knees or on the toes. And again, hip drive up and lower back down. Finding the control of that center through that movement. And rotate right here for set number 3. Lift the leg up if you can. Engage that center. And make sure you've got that breath as you do. That core is going to get a lot of work today, but even in that body weight, those body weight exercises, the core really needs to activate in order to make that body remain steady as you move through those arms or those legs. Last and final set right here, legs up, squeezing the glutes, arms up, squeezing the back, looking straight down at that floor. Getting those forearms underneath you, lifting up to your knees or onto your toes. Hip drive up and back into that plank. And rotate over, final set right here, fingertips behind the ears. And again, lifting that leg up if you can. You guys stay right there with that control. Breathe through it. You got it. All right, getting some water. You guys stay right where you are, finish up. And you can get some water while I show you the next circuit. Good job, guys, hang in there. Okay, bring it up, find that nice control through that center as you lift that leg if you can through that crunch. 2, and stop. Resetting that clock. If you need water, go ahead and go get it. And watch me for your next set of movements, okay? We're gonna start on our forearms right here. Now, you can either stay on your knees or on your toes. You want to just extend and reach one arm at a time. Okay, on your knees, you're gonna feel a little more stable. If you take a wider stance in that plank position, you'll feel more stable, okay? Then we're gonna come up onto all fours, okay? And you're going to step it out and step it in. Now you can come to your knees, okay, right here, or you can hover your knees and step it out and in from here. Look how slow I'm going. Again, I really wanna find that control. We'll do a right lead and then a left lead on the next set and alternate through those, okay? Then we're gonna come on our back fingertips behind the ears where we just were. And we're gonna pop that leg up and now twist into it, getting that leg up a little bit higher and reaching for the inside of that foot. You're keeping that back down and just lifting that shoulder into that rotation, okay? All right, so again, first thing, we're on our forearms for those forearm reaches. On your knees or on your toes, into and one. Here we go. So if you're on your knees, just stay right here and reach down and in. If you're on your toes, of course, it's gonna be a little bit harder. A little more control through that center. And again, look at how slow I'm going. I am focusing on each movement with control, not with intensity or speed. So you gotta focus on slowing down your movements today, okay? And really thinking about what it is that you're doing. Good, now we gotta pop those hands up underneath the shoulders, knees underneath the toes, and then we're gonna step it out right, and then left and in, right and left. And look, I can come all the way into my knees. Okay, if that's too much, just tap one out at a time, keeping the knees on the floor. And if you can, you're hovering the knees over. And again, look at that control and how slow I am. I'm keeping my chest lifted, like I'm pushing my hands into the floor and pressing my chest up and away from that floor so that I don't have a bend in my elbows. I'm not putting any pressure there, okay? Rotate over, straight legs, fingertips behind the ears, straight leg, and reach for the inside of that foot or that leg. Lifting just one shoulder so we're starting to really get those obliques to work here. But we're keeping that back down for these. And just lifting the shoulder into that rotation. And then we're gonna pop it back up, and we're going back into the forearms, staying on the knees here, popping up onto the toes if you can, taking the knees off of the ground, and again, one at a time, thinking about how steady my body is, trying not to rock through this movement, but keep the rest of my body as stable and secure as I can. Good, bring those knees in, coming up onto those hands. And again, you're gonna step out left and right now, take it in onto the knees, okay? You can also just tap it side to side, extending one leg at a time, or hover off of those knees, take it out and in. But again, look at that control. And I'm pressing my hands into the floor, lifting my chest away from the floor to have a strong upper body hold position right here. And take it down on your back, straight legs, fingertips behind the ears. Rotate and reach for the inside of that foot. Now remember, if the movement in any of those plank positions, okay, or those bear pose positions, whatever position we're in, you can simply hold the plank and omit the movement, okay, during that time, if you need to. Remember, movement can't happen unless you've got a strong hold first, okay? Taking it onto the forearms, staying on your knees, or lifting it up and onto those toes. Tap in front of you. And again, finding that nice control through that movement. Good, taking the knees underneath the hips, hands underneath the shoulders, and now we're coming out right and left first again onto our knees, alternating just those straight leg extensions. We're hovering those knees and stepping out and back in, pressing our hands into the floor, lifting our chest away from the floor. Good, on that back, straight legs, fingertips behind the ears. And here we go, rotate into that leg, reaching for the inside of that foot or that leg. Here we go, one more set, guys. This is where it's at. You want to get that flat belly, guys. This is the kind of work you need to be doing on your knees or on your toes. And as you work that flat belly, you're also getting some upper body and lower body strength happening with these body weight moves. Good, knees underneath those hips, hands underneath those shoulders, and again, now left and right first, coming back to the knees, simply extending out left and right, keeping one knee down the entire time, or hover, and step it out and in from there. With that nice control of that movement, guys. And last time, let's come on down, fingertips behind the ears, extended legs, rotate and reach into that foot. You guys stay right there. Keep going, guys, finish it out. Reach for the inside of that foot, rotate into it, let that shoulder come off of that ground if you can. Coming on your final 10 seconds, you've got it. Hang in there, guys. Find that center control, right? Here we go, 5. And again, you can hold positions if movement is too much. All right, let's work on showing you those next 3 moves. You've got 2 more circuits to go. Now watch me, you can be on your knees. Again, right here, pressing up right and lowering down right for the first set. Then we'll go left lead, okay? Or on your toes to make it harder. Okay, right and left, right here. And then you can come to your knees, and we're gonna do some hip dips right here. Now, if you want, lift those knees up and get stronger into it. Once again, it's not about intensity of movement, it's about that control. Now we have straight arms, straight legs here, shoulders up and then knee in. But what I'm gonna encourage if you can is coming all the way up through this move if you have that core strength. If not, it's just the shoulders coming up and that knee coming in at the same time, keeping those arms straight, okay? All right, so we're gonna start with those plank ups, knees down, or in that plank position, starting with that right knee down and up for the entire first set. 2 and 1, go. So once again, if you're keeping those knees on the floor, you're right here. Now you can decide to have those knees down, especially for this move, and then maybe up for the next move, or you can have them up for this move, down for the next move, or again, you can simply hold your plank here, or hold your plank here. Work on that full plank without movement if you're not ready to have that movement yet. But look at how slow I'm going. And I'm thinking about that press up, okay? Now, you're gonna either drop to your knees, okay? You're gonna come to your forearms. If you wanna come onto those toes, let's see about taking that hip from one side to the other, okay? Knees down, you're just doing the same thing. Okay, so you're working through that rotation side to side. You don't have to have those knees up. It will definitely be easier if those knees are down. So find where you need to be. And if you need to hold, you can hold here, or you can hold with those knees down right here. Get that strong first, right? And then we're rotating over. Straight arms, straight legs. And again, shoulders up with that knee in. But if you can, encouraging yourself to try and come all the way up. But again, if that hurts your back, or you don't have that core control yet and strength, then you can't come up yet. Keep working on just lifting those shoulders and not coming all the way up. If you have to force it, or your form suffers, you can't get up with that nice control. And you're pausing for a moment, whether just the shoulders are coming up or the entire back. You want to pause there for a moment. Good, let's take it back down. And plank ups on the left side. So again, you can keep the knees down. We come down left, and then we come up left first. And if you want to make it stronger, now you're on those toes. And again, think about what you're doing here. Press it up. And look at how slow I'm going. I'm trying to keep the rest of my body as steady as possible. I'm not trying to work through this with intensity or speed, but rather with that nice, strong control. Good. Take the knees down. Come down onto the forearms. And then you can start those hip dips side to side. Okay? You can take the knees off the feet off the floor rather if it's better there. You can lift the knees up and take it onto those toes. You don't have to have as big as a movement. You don't have to tap that hip to the floor. It could be small. And take it onto that back. Straight arms, straight legs. And again, shoulders up, being in. You're pausing. Or if you've got that strength and control, pause there. And then nice and easy, bring it down. Try to think about that down movement being slow and controlled, not just flopping it down, but look at how much control I have as I come down. Pause, and then I'm slow on my return. Really finding that control as I come down, not just letting my body drop or fall into that movement. All right, let's go. Rotate it over. We're back to that right lead dip, plank up right here. So keeping those knees on the floor if you need. They're going to make it a lot easier, not having too much pressure into the upper body. Or on those toes, getting those knees up. And again, thinking about that control. And if you need, just hold it here, or hold it here. Knees down if you need, knees up if you can. Moving through it if possible. Good, come down onto the forearms. Drop those knees for a moment. Start your dips there. And then if you feel you can come up and still have control, knees can come up. But at any point, go ahead and bring them back down here if you need. You'll notice even if those knees are down, you're still getting that rotation through the hips. You're still going to feel that core. My knees are down, and I want to make sure that my control is good, so I'm going to keep my knees down and really focus on that movement. All right, let's go. Right here, straight arms, straight legs, knees in, shoulders up. Or again, if you can, all the way up and finding that control on the way down. You should be really feeling that core now. That fatigue setting in through that center. Good, let's rotate over, and our final set going with our left lead on those plank ups. Again, staying on your knees if you need. Down left, press up left. Every time, left is your lead. And then if you can, up on those toes, knees up, finding more control through that upper body, more weight into that upper body, more strength needed. Good, take the knees down, come down onto the forearms, and then again, start your hip dips here. If you feel it's not enough, go ahead and lift. If you feel it's too much here, drop those knees. That's where I'm going to be now. Hip dipping from the knees, because I certainly can feel it here. As you pull up from that dip, you're really engaging that center, pulling that belly up towards that ceiling. Good, and rotate. Straight arms, straight legs. Right here. And lift, go. Good, keep going. You guys are staying right there. Lifting, holding, engaging that center, and breathing. You got it, you got one more circuit coming up, so hang in there. Good, finishing it up. You got it, hang in there, breathe. Coming on your last 5 seconds right here. 3, 2, and 1. Awesome job, guys. Go get some water and watch your final exercises for that body weight and core right here. We are gonna work our push-ups for that first exercise, but like me, you can do it on your knees right here. Okay, so we're coming down and we're pressing up, okay? And then from here, we are going into plank tap out, straight leg tap out. So we're here. We're not doing plank jacks. We're really focusing on, look at how I'm going one at a time. Now you can do this from the knees. Tap out, tap out. You can even step, okay? You can take one, okay, nice and easy, up on the toes or on those knees. You decide where you want to be, okay? And then here, we're going to take those arms right back here behind those ears, okay? And we're going to rotate right here into that other leg. Now from here, I just want you to switch it and switch it, okay? If you have control, you can come all the way up, down, but not all the way, and then switch to the other side. So see, I'm keeping my shoulders up, but my leg comes down, okay? So you decide where you want to be there, okay? If you can, right here, and then switch and keeping those shoulders up, okay? All right, guys, get set for those push-ups in 2 and 1. Let's go. Strong on those knees or toes, lower down, and press it up. Keep that strong center right here as you push up. Good, get that last one in. Just take a nice little stretch back before you need to either come on all fours, okay, or up here, tap it one at a time. But remember, you can be one knee down, switch it out, the other knee down, okay? Staying up here in that full plank position, if you can, as you take that straight leg out, tap it outside that mat, and then come back in. Last and final set, guys, hang in there. And rotate onto that back, fingertips behind those ears again. And once again, we're gonna come here, from here, just switch. And then switch. Okay, but if you can, all the way up, good. And then you gotta come down and all the way up, okay? So I'm not fully dropping my shoulders. I'm coming down to that lower back, keeping it engaged, and then back up. But again, look at how slow. This is a tough move if you're coming all the way up and twisting into it. So it's gotta have that control through that movement. Rotate back over for those push-ups right here. And you can just stay in your plank position here or here. Okay, you can do a small move. Just start to get those little presses. Okay, or think about, can you get that chest to the ground? Press up. Go ahead and take a rest in between each one. Engage that center and breathe. Sit back on those heels, stretch those shoulders before you've got to come up. Right here with the knees down, or here with the knees up, and tap it. One at a time, side to side. Again, find that control. It's not about speed. It's about control of the movements that you're doing. And flip it over. From straight legs, from those shoulders lifted, right? Right here. Take it down, right to the other side. If you can, without, just switch it right from here, okay? But if you're coming all the way up here, you gotta come down without dropping those shoulders and then push up to that other leg. Keep the shoulders lifted and lift from here. So I'm not putting my entire head or shoulders down. I'm still engaged here, and I'm lifting and twisting from there. And rotate. Set number 3. Let's get that third set in of those push-ups. Hands wherever you want. Rotate it out, rotate it in, close to the body. Further away from the body, you find that push-up that you have the most control with, and you work with that one. You want to come on those toes and make it stronger, go ahead. I like to stay on my knees. I have way more control there. I can do more of them, and I protect my shoulder by being on those knees. Sit back right here, and then either from the knees or lifting to the toes, straight leg comes out to that side, nice and controlled. At any point if you need, just keep a knee down and switch it out. Okay, and that won't require as much load into the upper body, but you still get that side movement through that hip. You still have that core engagement to hold it here, okay? Nice and easy, and then onto that back. Once again, we're starting with the shoulders lifted and the core engaged. From here to the center, here, you wanna make this one stronger. You're gonna simply switch it right out, okay? And then if you wanna go even stronger from this position, you're gonna lift and twist. You gotta take it back down, but don't let the shoulders drop. And then have that core control to lift and twist up. From that contracted state, not a full release here. And here we go, we got one more set, guys. Push-ups, take it down on those knees or those toes, lowering that chest down to the floor and pressing it back up. Make sure your body comes down in a nice straight line without collapsing those hips or keeping them popped up like this, okay? You really want to have that chest in between those hands, okay? So that when your chest comes down towards the floor, you can almost drop that chest right in between those hands. Whether you come to the floor or not, your chest should still be in between those hands, okay? On the knees, or again on the toes. Tap it out for your final set right here. Straight legs. Breathe. Take your time. Finishing it up for that final set, guys. You are almost there. And that body weight and core control workout is going to be completed, guys. Almost there. And just so you know, tomorrow we've got upper and lower body strength. So tomorrow's going to be all about strength, okay? Right here. Again, shoulders lifted, crossing over, bringing it back down. Or if you want to make it harder, switching from here. Or even harder, shoulders lifted from shoulders lifted up with that twist. You got to come down, but don't drop the shoulders, and take it to the other side. And relax, extend those arms and legs, stay right here. Breathe. And let's hug that right knee in. And then take that right leg and cross it over. As we come back, ankle's gonna come onto that knee, and we're gonna pull in that opposite leg. And release, hug both knees in. Just sway it side to side. And come back to the center, extend those arms and legs. Take that left knee in and hug. And cross it over. As you come back center, keep that ankle onto the other leg. Pull that knee in, you can stay there or hug. And release, bring those knees in, grab underneath, sway it side to side. center. We're gonna make our way up to our feet, hands on that floor. Allow that bottom to come up and roll you back up, or come up to stand in any other way you feel comfortable. Roll the shoulders back, face me, separate your feet, take the hands on the thighs, hinge forward with a flat back and hold. Roll it up halfway and stretch that spine. Take that flat back down, roll it all the way up, allow the head to come up last. Roll the shoulders back and extend those arms up. Lowering down the left, lift and reach and feel that stretch through your center. And lower down, inhale up. Lower down the right as you exhale, lift and reach through the left. Lower down and take 2 deep breaths in right here. And exhale, one more time. And exhale, and you guys are all done. Fantastic work today, guys. Thank you once again for joining me. Tomorrow is Wednesday. Remember, we start at 9:30, and I will be on location at the JCC for anybody who would like to come and join the live in-person workout with me. You need to register online. Go to miyjcc.org, and you can book online or call and have one of the wellness ambassadors sign you up for the class. We're gonna do upper and lower body strength tomorrow, okay? So you're gonna wanna have dumbbells. You can bring them, or we supply them if you're coming to that in-person class, or at home, have your dumbbells ready to go. It will all be standing tomorrow, no floor work, just the upper and lower body strength movements and work that we're gonna load up those muscles with, okay? So I will see you tomorrow. Thank you once again for joining me today. Once again, if you want to save this workout, share this workout, or come back to this page, click on videos, and all of the workouts are there for you. You can come back to this nice body weight and core control workout, okay? And once again, build strength in that center and find that control through your movements, okay? Thank you again for joining me. I'll see you tomorrow, 9:30 tomorrow, not 10, 9:30, okay? Bye-bye.